I'm so excited. I get to have a historical tour in Kentucky.
And y'all can take pictures. So like I said, our office was the formal dining room of the house. Of course, you got the big grand entryway here. These are pictures. There's one in every room of what the house looked like when the second family lived here. They're the ones that spruced it up and added the front porch and columns and painted it white. This is the Atkins family.
Atkins. Oh, I love that
This
name.
is the library. This is the music room. These ceilings, they're about 30% original to 1903. But all the furniture, it's just period furniture. And it's the same on both sides of the house and upstairs. 2 big rooms, the set of pocket doors, and a fireplace. So there's 8 fireplaces.
I always have dreams about houses like this with pocket doors.
Yeah. I don't know why they don't build like that anymore, but I mean, it's so you either have a big room or close it, and you got now all the rooms on the main floor have the transom over the door, which would help move air around these tall ceilings.
I love those. Every time I dream of a house, of what I want in my house, I always want the windows around the top.
The walls are 3 brick thick.
Oh.
Now that carved piece that says Whitehaven, that's original to the 1903 house. Mrs. Smith, and they were the final owners. They lived here from 1908 to 68. She renamed it Bidewee. She was Scottish. And so that's like come rest a while or come tarry a while. And they covered that with a plank of wood. So that was discovered during the restoration.
Beautiful.
This chandelier made its way back. This is an original piece. The chandelier in our office is original, and then the benches out here, these are original too. Mrs. Smith had Marshall Fields come down from Chicago and do interior decorating in like 1912. So she had silk wallpaper, heavy drapery, and these benches put in.
Yeah, my grandmother had glasses like that, but in a red gold tint, not clear.
Really pretty, yeah. I love old glass. I'm attracted to that, and also like fabric like that, like stuff that's been like stitched or
definitely
needlepoint. I don't know why. I love that.
Definitely.
And chairs. I have a weakness for chairs and like cool old tables. My husband's like, if you bring home one more chair, I'm like, I can't help it. So guys, this painting here and this one in the parlor, those are like companion pieces, and they came from New Orleans in the 1850s, hung in someone's home for 90 years here in Paducah, and then were donated to us, and basically we're at 40 years. So those are some of the oldest pieces. Now, I do want to say there's a little raised spot right there, but that's the parlor. So when the house sat vacant, when our community college bought it, when the interstate was being put in, the squatters that lived here almost pulled up all the floor in this room and burned it. They had a charcoal grill in here. And
oh my goodness.
So you can see like that's still original, but like all of this has been replaced. Heavy restoration on that front corner. You can see up through the roof, down in the basement. And that first column out here, we can't see it, but it fell into the front yard. So they said if it had sat through another winter, they probably couldn't have saved it. Yeah, it was in bad shape. We can walk upstairs if y'all want to walk upstairs.
Oh, definitely. This is magical. I'm loving this.
Yeah?
I know, I did not expect.
I didn't think I was going to do a stop in Kentucky, and here I am. After you, my love.
Alright guys, so our stair treads are original, the staircase was rebuilt. These newel posts, these had to be rebuilt because somebody cut these off. For the most part, the handrails, they're original. And you notice how low they are. They kept it at the period height, not to the code.
I like that because I'm short.
It works for me. All of this stenciling, this is all hand painted. As I say, that's my ringtone. I was thinking I had my phone on. to the house. This is the only closet.
Oh, wow.
The Smiths had 6 children, so they turned the attic into a playroom. They put dormers for light, and then I'm gonna say they put in a proper set of stairs. They're really steep, but they're on the doors on the other side of the stained glass here in the stairwell. So I guess they didn't want the just underneath of a staircase right there, so they went ahead and rounded the wall and made the closet. And that would have been pretty nice to have at the turn of the century.
Right?
Everybody did the armoire or trunks or dressers. And then in here, I always point out this big mirror because it's 11 feet tall for one. This came from a house downtown, and in 1937, Paducah had a historic flood, and those are the watermarks of the Ohio River. So that's where the river crested in that house, and that's where the river sat for about a month. It took for the river to go back into its banks. So now
the
we've
line
got
she's talking about.
we've got the big flood wall downtown. It's about 3 miles long, and there's 50, 60 murals painted, basically the history of Paducah. The team is out of Lafayette, Louisiana, Robert Dafford and his group. And so yeah, it's really cool if you haven't been downtown.
This is incredible. I'm so in love with this.
Lots of good restaurants, museums, different stuff like that. So now the balcony is original. The handrail had to be rebuilt. All the columns are original. All the glass in the house was broken. They went back with the period wavy glass. All the brick out here for our sidewalk, it's all turn of the century. It came from our downtown streets. So pretty fancy back in the day. When the Atkins family lived here, they said they would have a small orchestra that would play up here on the balcony so their friends and family could dance. When the Smiths lived here, they had really formal gardens. It was described as lush. The American Garden Club toured the property when they were here. Of course, now the Smiths added these infinity mirrors, so these are pretty cool. So it's like that reflection. Yeah.
I love infinity mirrors. And they're so big too. What are these, like 10 by 5?
I'm not sure, maybe 7, I don't know. We get my tape measure out.
I mean, because you said the other one was 11, right?
11 feet, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe 9. Looking at the difference. Because
And
they
then-
still go over the archway too.
The 1903 in the stained glass, just commemorated the house going from 2-story brick farmhouse to grand mansion. And then in here, this is the Alvin Barkley suite. So he was vice president to Harry Truman. He didn't live here. So we've got some nice things in here. This is vice presidential chair. His congressional roll top desk. He's in Congress. We have his tuxedo that he wore in his inauguration. We got the Bible that they used to swear him in. That was from his church here in town.
What was this, an old lie detector thingy?
Huh?
Was that an old lie detector thingy?
A voting box.
Voting box. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so cute. Looks like
And walking canes and senators shaving mugs and Alvin Barkley. So for Mr. Barkley, we've got Lake Barkley, the Barkley Dam, Barkley Regional Airport. Behind us is Highway 62 where Alvin Barkley drives, so all that's named for him. So this little poster shows all the positions he held. So he was given a speech. Anytime you see Alvin Barkley's name, you're almost always going to see the phrase, "I'd rather be a servant in the house of the Lord than to sit in the seats of the mighty." After he said that, he stepped back from the podium, he collapsed on stage and passed away. Those were his last words.
oh, wow.
Yeah. at Washington Lee College, and that's in Lexington, Virginia. Yeah. I was giving a tour, and this boy goes, I go to Washington Lee. He goes, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to find out about that. I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, dang. So,
So interesting.
so a little history lesson to boot.
Stop the pity, you know?
I'm loving this.
And then the back of the house, which we had a whole week here, so.
Even says 1903 right there.
So this went up to the kids' playground. It's not part of the tour, just they don't let it. But you can see it was all painted like palm fronds, and so it was nice. They had at Christmas, they said that each kid, there was 6 of them, they run upstairs. Each child had their own Christmas tree lit with candles and like their gifts around it. I'm like, dang.
Wow.
Yeah.
Their own Christmas tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a trip.
So where y'all from?
Oh, I know,
I'm from the Chicago area.
Okay.
Originally Miami, but I live in North Carolina now.
Well, girls, that's kind of our little tour.
I love it. This is gorgeous.
Thank you.
I love how they have the 1903 imprinted in the glass there.
Yeah.
I stopped at the bathroom.
Well, that concludes our tour. Isn't that amazing? Stop for Bath and Break in Kentucky, and we get a historical tour of 1903. Yes, Joella May here. Don't forget to like and subscribe at the bottom.